Free-to-play games for Xbox Live Gold users, further detail and updates regarding free-to-play games without gold, and detail regarding Resident Evil Village on Xbox and PlayStation. Welcome everybody and thank you for joining me. So the Xbox news over the last week or so has been a little bit slow. There is plenty of rumors making the rounds, as there always is when there is no confirmed news, but none of which that I am willing to discuss just yet. Now there is some news regarding cloud gaming that I want to talk about tomorrow. GameStack Live will also be happening, so things might pick up a little bit later in the week, but for today I thought we could just discuss free-to-play games. Xbox made some tweets regarding free-to-play games that I just quickly wanted to go over. Then also just a quick update regarding free-to-play games that no longer will be needing Xbox Live Gold. I already made a video about that, but there has been some confusion regarding this feature, so I will try my best just to clear that up wherever I can. Also, we have a demo for Resident Evil Village and there is plenty of information to go over if you are a console user, specifically pertaining to the resolution and the availability of the public demo. So let's just quickly jump into it. Last month Xbox made 4 games available, 4 games with gold. After Major Nelson tweeted the games, Xbox was met with quite a bit of backlash, specifically about the games that they choose to include. Comparisons were quickly made with PlayStation Plus and the free games that they get every month. That includes titles like Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now honestly, I do not blame the people who was a little bit upset. The state of Xbox Live Gold has been very poor for some time now. When you sign up for the service, part of the deal is free to play games every month, and unfortunately they have been lacking quite a bit for some time now. It is very clear that there is a push to lower the quality of games in favor of Xbox Game Pass. Now I already made a rant about this, so I'm not going to be doing that again. Instead I will just link to that video down in the description. Now over the weekend Xbox tweeted that Xbox Live Gold subscribers on the Xbox One, Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S can now download 2 new games as part of April's Games with Gold offering. So if you enjoy free stuff, those games are now available to download for you. It might not be much, but it is still free. Now another big statement that Xbox has made was that free-to-play games will no longer require Xbox Live Gold. Now I already spoke about this last week, but I got by far the most questions that I have ever received, so I just quickly wanted to do some type of recap. So late last month Xbox insiders tweeted, "Attention beta insiders, today we are enabling multiplayer in free-to-play games. Looking for group and party chat on Xbox no longer require an Xbox Live Gold membership as we flight and test these service changes ahead of general availability." So they tested the feature in alpha for selected users. This testing phase was just over 2 weeks. When this testing phase was done, they gave us another testing phase in Omega, which means that the feature is now in the final stages. Now Xbox insiders said in a statement, and also just to be clear, when I say Xbox insiders said in a statement, I am referring to the official branch within Xbox responsible for this feature and not just random people who are insiders. This is the name of the official branch. Anyways, they said we have exciting news. Omega users can expect something new coming to their Xbox update preview. Multiplayer in free-to-play games. Looking for group and party chat on Xbox no longer requires an Xbox Live Gold membership for Omega users as we flight and test these service changes ahead of general availability. And then they also said a subset of users can check out the new subscription management experience on the console. Check it out under settings, account, subscriptions. Now I included that last part because many people were saying that even though they are part of the Omega ring, they cannot access free to play. Now this was not available for everyone. They selected some members to participate in selected titles. Not everyone had immediate access, even if you were part of the program. Everyone should have access now. However, there is currently no date as to when this feature will be available to the general public, but it could be as soon as the end of April. Xbox is moving very fast through the testing phase, so it probably won't be that much longer. Now Windows Central said in their article, Microsoft hasn't announced a formal date when these Xbox Live Gold changes will go into effect. What looked to be a somewhat reactionary announcement in January stated that these changes could come as soon as possible in the coming months, with work still underway. Sometime later in April looks increasingly likely. quickly. Changes to Xbox Live Gold has already rolled out to some users with a stage release underway through the Xbox Insider testing program. This was initially trialed among a subset of users, now available to all Xbox Insiders following an April 12 update. We expect an immediate public rollout following a smooth ride through the ranks of the Xbox Insider program. You can already play free-to-play games without Xbox Live Gold by joining the Xbox Insider program and joining a supported testing ring. However, this is worth stressing that this comes along pre-release software with bugs and other issues associated with work-in-progress software. For most, we recommend waiting an extra few weeks for the public release. Now, when it comes to what will be available, well, everything. Microsoft looks to make a sweeping change across the Xbox platform, unlocking multiplayer across all free-to-play content on the Xbox One, Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S consoles. That includes many of today's best Xbox games, including Fortnite, Call of Duty Warzone and Apex Legends. Other highlights include Destiny 2, Hyperscape, Roadblocks, Smite, Warzone and World of Tanks, to name a few. Future titles that launch for free on Xbox consoles will come with the same exemption from Xbox Live Gold restrictions. So in conclusion, Microsoft is in the final testing phase. It is currently available for all selected members of the Insider program and it should be rolling out to the public soon. My prediction is before the month is over. But let's move on to Resident Evil Village. They showed off a demo over the weekend. Now I'm not going to be detailing the demo itself, but instead I just want to go over the release dates of the demo, the resolutions the game will be playable at on some platforms, and any other important information pertaining to the release of the game. So first and foremost, let's just start off with the detail. Capcom has revealed the output resolutions and expected frame rates for Resident Evil Village on console, confirming that PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X will be playable to run the game at 4K 60 frames with ray tracing turned off. I think most of us already expected that, but you can never really be sure. Sometimes these games are so poorly optimized that you struggle with even 1080p, so I am glad that they have confirmed this game for 4K. Now they also said that with ray tracing enabled on consoles, the game will run at 4K 45 frames, but I am a little bit skeptical on that one. I cannot imagine that you will only be sacrificing 15 frames for ray tracing. I can only assume that the ray tracing will be very limited. Now on the Xbox Series S, the game will be playable at 1440p 45 frames and 1440p 30 frames with ray tracing enabled. So if those resolutions are in fact correct, I think that is very impressive. Now for those who might want a bit of a sneak peek into the game, they will be releasing playable demos as well. In some cases they already released them. Now there is a single demo available allowing you to explore the village and the castle areas of Resident Evil Village. All platforms, the PlayStation 5, the PlayStation 4, the Xbox Series X, S, Xbox One, Steam and Stadia will have access to this demo for a limited time over the weekend of the 1st of May and the 2nd of May. Now the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 owners will also have early access to this demo across a 2-weekend period. The weekend will be on the 17th of April, which just passed, and the 24th of April, staggering out access to the village and castle areas respectively across those weekends. Now access to all of the demos will be limited both in availability as well as playtime. The PlayStation demos will be scheduled during the evening in both Europe and North America, while the final multi-platform demo will start and end the same time globally. Preloads will be available on all platforms ahead of each window. All demos will be free and require no pre-orders or sign up to access. So PlayStation does have a bit of a preference when it comes to these demos. Now for PlayStation owners, there will be 3 weekends in total to sample the Resident Evil Village demo, allowing you to explore the village and the castle areas across 2 platform exclusive weekends, then another alongside other platforms to explore either area that you choose. On each weekend you can play the demo during an 8-hour period and you can only play for 30 minutes. Each period will go live during the evening hours in the US and Europe. The dates are from the 17th until the 26th of April during selected times only. Links will be down in the description for more detail. Now again, what I just told you is for PlayStation players only, and then access for all platforms: the PlayStation 5, the PlayStation 4, the Xbox Series X, S, Xbox One, Steam and Stadia. Those demos will be playable on a single weekend day, allowing you to explore both the village and the castle areas. When available, you can access the demo over a 24-hour period and play only for 60 minutes. This period is the same across the globe, starting in the evening on May 1st in the US and then early hours of the 2nd in Europe. So it does look, like I said, that PlayStation is getting some sort of preference here when it comes to the demos, as they will have special content every single weekend for them. I'm not sure if there was some type of deal that was struck. Now all of these dates can be very confusing, so again I'm going to link down in the description if you want more information regarding this. Resident Evil Village will release on the 7th of May, but on that note, this is where I'm going to end it. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you would like to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing, and as always, please remember to stay safe, wash your hands, don't touch your face, and I hope to see you again soon.